Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very loved, darn healthy and sexy people. Woo! I'm coming to you from my hometown of Kansas City. It's nice to be home. Of course, I'm also in the hotbed of COVID. I don't know how Missouri got that title, but that's what's going on right now back here, and it's been interesting. It's been really, really interesting staying out of judgment into acceptance and experiencing how much love there's been this weekend. I have to begin by telling you that I was working with another actress here, and she had been what we call being pinned for a lot of things, which means you're down to the wire and we think we're going to hire you, and then hasn't been hired. So what we got to, one of the big things we got to is, and it was for me also, by the way, so that means it's definitely for you also, that she and I had defined ourselves as actors who were always trying to get work. Now, we know that however we define ourselves is how we create ourselves, because that's another direction of energy. So we have to start saying we're there, so that you're trying to get to. Because as long as you're defining yourself as the God of you that's trying to get there, trying to achieve this, trying to make this much money, trying to have a mate, etc., that's the reality we're going to keep creating for ourselves. Yes, we might break through, but we will break through in smaller ways. So it's a huge piece of information, guys. Take time and ask yourself how you're defining yourself right now. The second big thing that came in when I was doing some work around what do I need to focus on to create a certain thing, it was that all things are possible. Now, that definitely applies to aging, because the aging webinar is coming up July 26th, and they named it Aging in the Age of Enlightenment, which is very different than aging before. So if we don't know that it's possible to be healthy and vital and vibrant as we age chronologically, that we don't have to, slowly meet our demise as we age, then that possibility isn't open to us. So we have to direct ourselves to be open to all possibilities, that all things are possible in staying healthy, staying young, staying vibrant, and in creating the things that we want, like doing another blockbuster when I'm 72. Why not? Right? Well, only why not if there are parts of me that buy into the fact that those things don't happen in my business, even though there's proof that there is. And my most touching thing I want to bring to you today is the story of Carla. Carla was an 11 or 12-year-old little girl who came by my table this weekend with her mom and I believe her sister or grandmother. I'm not sure who all was with her. Sweet, sweet soul. I mean, her energy was just love, right? And I talked to them for some time and told her what a light she was. And about 4 hours later, I looked up and Carla was standing at the side of my table. And I could tell that she had tears in her eyes. And I got up and went over to her. I said, "Sweetheart, what's the matter?" And she said, "Dee," I'm getting all choked up telling you this, "I just had to tell you, I love you. You remind me of my grandma, and she died this year. And I just felt so much love from you, like I used to feel from her." And I wrapped that little girl in my arms, and she cried for a few minutes. And I reminded her that her grandma's always with her, that she's always around her, that she can talk to her, that she can ask her for help. And we just spent some beautiful moments together in love. And I want you to start looking for those opportunities everywhere in your life. I had a gentleman come over to the table, and he said, "Dee, I just want you to know how much you've touched my life with your work. All your work, the horror stuff and ET and just who you are. You got me through so many things." Well, I'm saying that to all of you. You have no idea how many lives you're touching and how many people you're helping in this world as you walk through it. So look for receiving that back. Look for it. Bring it in. Embrace it. Celebrate it. It's really, and you know, I get this every convention, but this convention, maybe it's because I'm home, I just have let it in more. You know, I've just let it in more, and it's been really beautiful. So before we go to the calls, I want us all to direct that our vagus nerves are wrapped in the frequency of 167, which is self-love, which will take that throughout our whole bodies and shoot it out as a signal into the universe. All right, now I'm saying, can I go to the callers? And the channel's saying no. So what am I supposed to do? Sheets, book, song. Okay. They're taking me to ET, which is all about keeping your heart open and your heart light on. So before we take the calls, we are directing, do this with me, please. I am directing my heart to open front and back, merge with my whole brain. I am directing my chakras to be open, balanced, repaired, spinning in the right direction. I am directing my hara line to be straight, strong, and through the ID point so I stay in my knowing. I am and I am connected to the highest information, the highest knowledge, and the highest understanding. And it's all possible. And so it is. Now can I go to the calls? Yes, I can. Here I come. We're going to start with Phyllis in New Mexico. Come on. Women, where the heck have you been? So good to hear from you.
Yeah. You know something, I know you're not a doctor, and I don't think you've played one on TV. But
well, I actually have a long time ago. But
you have? Okay,
I
saw you as okay. So I'm getting that it's because I overdid some weights at the gym is really the basis of why I have this excruciating pain on the right side of my neck.
Know
it's
about
at the
that.
base. Really? Okay,
yep.
The base of the skull. Okay. And I use the body book. I got number 7 on sheet 1, but
number 7 on sheet 1, I get a yes on. The body book, guys, if you have the body book, which is a priceless tool, I think, sometimes you have to ask if you're going to the specific thing or if you're going to another page. Now, do you have the body book in front of you, Phyllis?
I do.
Okay, 0 through 100, 100 through 2, 1 through 50, 50 through 60, 60 through 70. Go to page 170 for me.
Okay.
And just all you have to do is point to the different paragraphs.
And test them?
I'm going to test them. So you point. Are you pointing to one?
Okay.
No,
I'm pointing to one.
Not that one.
I'm pointing to the second one.
Yeah, that one. Can you read it, please?
Sure. It has to do with right hemisphere perceptual dyslexia, accurate but slow, in quotes, canny comprehension. They had to be responsible for accurate readouts of what was going on emotionally and practically in a kind of emotional survival situation. They are intensely emotionally attuned and concerned with handling things right.
Well, doesn't that nail you on the head? No pun intended.
Okay.
Okay. So we're not going to the dis-ease that it represents. Okay? We're only going to the explanation is what's behind. So how that works with the weights, Phyllis, is, am I doing it right? I have to be doing it right. I have to be doing everything right. Or I suffer the consequences. Now we're going to, what else in your life are you focused on I have to do right?
Well, my landlady gave me 30 days notice, so I have 2 weeks to go. There's a thing where I'm really working with faith, that I'll be taken care of and just doing what I need to do in the moment and knowing.
Okay. So, you see, that's a whole different concept than a pair of weights where you know exactly what you have to do with the weight, right? You don't know exactly what you have to do here except for find another place. So you have to direct and know, again, they're taking us back to all things are possible. And be open to all the possibilities, but you can't do that if you have to do everything right. Do you understand?
I understand.
Does this ring true to you?
Yeah, it's especially true about the weights, because I was thinking maybe I should have watched a YouTube video, because I was trying to strengthen my back muscles more so I could hold my camera, and then I'd like, did I do that wrong? Was I stretching my neck wrong?
Well, yes, you were, but it was because of the focus. You had to bring into your consciousness, Phyllis, this focus on I have to do everything right, and how that limits the possibilities of what the universe can bring to you. Because you, in almost every instance, they're saying, there are many different ways to achieve what you want to achieve. There's not just one way. And if you think there's only one way, then you limit a lot of the possibilities open to you. That's the highest, most correct, most complete. Yeah. So, first of all, have you made a list of what you want in this new place?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you made a list of the ease and the joy that you're finding it with?
No.
Okay. Well, look toward that and look toward all the possibilities. And I'm open, universe. Bring me everything. I'll know what's a match. Bring me everything. Right?
Right. I mean, right now it's like I'm just thinking in terms of putting my stuff in a storage locker and camping, and then I'm open to something coming up.
Yep, that's one possibility.
Manifesting.
Yep.
Okay. It's a little bit like, yeah.
And you can manifest a beautiful place. May not be where you're at. Maybe someplace else that you've been
I'm open to that too.
Well, okay. So, but if you have to be so hands-on to make everything right, those possibilities can't come in. Okay? That's the big message. All right, baby.
Okay, great.
Let me know, will you? Yep. Good to hear from you. All right, Miss Maria in San Francisco, you're on.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm glad you're doing so well. I love to hear the joy in your voice.
Thank you.
I would like to know, I picked up some penicillin based on our prior conversation with my gut issues of overgrowth of bacteria. That was the best one I can get from whatever care I have right now. Would that be possible? And I would like to know how to deal with a family member who is quite helpful in the passing of my mother, but when she converses with me, doesn't ask me any questions or how I am. But I'm fully supporting her in her life.
Well, but you just said she fully supported you in your life by helping you get through all your mother's stuff.
Yeah, and that's all. Like, she won't. Like, she'll be on the phone with me on an occasion. We've lost contact with COVID, and she has family and other things she's dealing with. But when the rare time I actually get a hold of her, she doesn't say, "Hi, how are you doing? How's your life? What are you been up to?"
Maria, when I say you are doing that with her, I get a no.
Oh, I do all the time.
Well,
I send her messages. I send her supportive information. I'm always asking. I call her parents and ask them too. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to know why the pendulum keeps going to no with all that you're saying. And it's about intention. So this is the whole thing put together. You are doing those things subconsciously. You are doing those things so that you can get people to love you and acknowledge you, instead of doing those things to acknowledge them. So We all do this, Maria, in various and sundry ways throughout our lives. It all comes down to, and I tell you this often, it comes down to you loving you, you acknowledging you, you saying, "Good morning, Maria. How are you today? Good morning, Maria. I love you and I acknowledge you today." And the more you do that, the more others will come forward to acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the core of everything for you, baby. And the channel wants you to know that you're making good headway here. You've come a long way. But this is like the core thing, is this self-love permission that you give yourself. Okay, an example is a woman came to my table this weekend, and she said, "Dee, she didn't know anything about my healing work," which it amazes me how many people don't know I do this. And she came over and she said, "I work in energy and I'm a healer, and I just want you to know you have this huge light that expands out from you. It's just almost overwhelming for me to look at." Now, that's a weird thing for somebody to come up and say to somebody. So, except in my life, in our lives, it's not, because we are trained to now gravitate toward those people of light, right? So the more we are the people of light, the more people can acknowledge that, Maria. So we had a long, interesting discussion. She was an animal healer and communicator, which always fascinates me. I think I talk to Freedom all the time. I'm not sure she's listening. So anyway, that's the message to you. Get up every day and say, "How much can I love me?" and acknowledge me today for how great I am. Okay?
Okay.
All right, baby. Love you. All right, we are going to Michael in South Dakota. Hi, you're on.
Yeah, he's here, Michael. Yeah, he wants to talk about the energetic, what's behind the pressure in his head. I'll let him talk to you, Dee. It's Tareen.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, I am just like way confused.
Okay, well, let's start by saying I am clear and I know. Can you claim that? Because
yes,
as long as you're saying I'm confused, your brain can't find it. All right, so I'm clear and I know. All right, they want to know what particular part of your brain is it feeling in?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just the temple, and I've never had this ever.
Okay, all right.
Before.
They already gave me the word. What are you so tense about? What's going on in your life? They're showing me fists that are clenched.
No,
Your teeth. Your jaw was clenched.
Yes, my jaw was clenched.
Well, honey, that's tension. You don't clench your jaw unless you're tense about something. It has to do with a female or a male with a female vibration. It's not Jareen. That's a true statement. So what comes up when I ask you that?
Possibly could be Lawrence. I'm not sure.
Yes, I get a big yes on that. So what are you tense about with Lawrence?
Yeah. Possibly not taking the loads. Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I'm mad at you that you're not taking the load, and I have to take the load, and I don't want to take the load. And so all that anger builds up like a pressure cooker, Michael. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the basis of it. Have we gotten to the highest thing? Yes, we have. All right. Again, not a doctor, but this is the energetic reason. If he's not going to take the load and you don't want to take the load, find somebody else to take the load or put the load down. Those are your two choices.
Yeah. Yep.
Make sense?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Now, literally, they're telling me that this feeling in your temples can be gone in 10 minutes if you just put it down. If you just go, screw this, I'm not doing this to myself. I'm not doing this anymore, period. Okay?
Yes.
And then let everything flow, baby. Just let everything flow. All right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And we're going to another Michael in Connecticut. Hi, darling.
Hey, Dee. How you doing today?
I'm pretty fabulous. What's up?
Well, could you talk a little bit about maintaining focus?
Yeah, that's big up for me, too. Okay, there's 3 things they want to give all of us. This is for everybody around maintaining focus. Sheets, book, song. Give me a movie, Michael.
Oh, goodness gracious me. 101 Dalmatians.
Okay. So they showed me Cruella right away. You cannot be focused if you're angry. That's number 1. That's so interesting. That's the highest understanding, yeah. Which makes total sense to me. Anger will take your focus off of what you want. We know that. Number 2, we're going to a core belief. This sheet. And thank you, Levon, for giving me these travel sheets. I love you forever for it. Right here, 22 through 26, 26 through 30, 31. I trust that I am the authority and higher power that creates miracles in my life and others. Okay, so if we keep giving our power to other people or other things in our life, we lose the trust that we're the higher power that holds the focus on what we want. Our focus goes on to them, guys. Our focus goes on to them instead of, no, I'm holding the focus in me about exactly what I want, not about what they say, what they're doing, why I think they're making it harder for me, all of that stuff. So we have to get back into the trust that we are the power that's creating the focus in our lives. And the last one, sheets, book, give me a song, please.
Oh, a song from Los Angeles, Emma Zangirbov, which is a Farsi song about looking to the past nostalgically.
Yeah, well, that doesn't work. You know that.
I do know that.
if we keep looking to the past, guys, that's where our focus is. If we keep telling our stories, that's where our focus is. If we keep trying to make everything okay from our childhood, or using our childhood to say that's why it's not okay, or the people around us, that's why I can't. That's all a pull of our focus that does not work for the manifestation in the present moment. Okay? So we're going to balance that for all of us, invoking the symbol, the formula, the violet flame, the golden light. We are divine love, and so it is. There is nothing else, Michael, and I needed that. I'm so glad you brought up focus. I really needed that, so thank you. All right, my friend?
I sent you a plastic sheet with some summaries of things you've said in past seminars. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yes, well, I got one from you, and I appreciate all your time and all the things that you send me, especially the quantum information and stuff. And I say to you again, Michael, make it easy. Make it easy. Okay, my friend?
You are so very right.
Okay. Love you. Bye. We are going to Melinda in California. Hi, honey. You're on.
Good morning.
Morning.
So, good morning. Of course, you pretty much touched on my question, like, right out of the chute this morning. Of course. But specifically, I want to ask the channel, why am I still freaking out and not in my joy when doing my self-tape audition?
Okay. Boy, it came in before you ever... You think freaking out is part of your joy. And it goes to my huge yes. You have connected this drama with your joy.
Mm.
And now I'm going to your dad when you were little. What does he have to do with it?
Oh, my dad. I do know that as a child, I would freak out before a science project. I'd cry before an algebra test, and then I would ace it.
Yeah.
It was part of the process.
Okay. So
I'm not sure what I had to do with my dad, though, but I can think about it.
Well, your dad modeled this to you. He didn't teach it to you verbally. That's correct,
okay,
yeah.
He comes across to me as like a calm man, but I call him the duck theory. He's very calm on the surface when a duck swims, but under the water, its feet are going really fast.
Yeah, struggle.
So that really was him. Because I always, and on the outside, he comes across as a very calm, collected individual.
Oh, and I have to tell you, Melinda, so do you. Do you know that?
So not. No, I don't. I think the whole world can see inside I'm freaking out. You can't see that?
When you were in class, I did not see that, no. I saw a young woman working on certain things, but who was extremely talented and knew what she wanted. She just had some things in her way. But flapping your feet under the water to get there isn't the answer.
Right. It's really interesting that you bring up my dad real quick. When I was waiting tables, customers would get you really frustrated, but I would learn how to just keep smiling and stay calm, even though inside I wanted to just, throw something at them. And But I used to thank my father. I used to go, thank you, Dad, for teaching me how to just stay calm. But maybe what he was showing me was how to just stuff it down.
I get a yes on that. And, Melinda, either way works, but it's going to work a lot more joyfully if you don't have to stuff it down.
Right.
But, guys, this is so prevalent in our society and how we're raised. We love the drama. Why do you think people love the horror films so much? Why do if there's not drama in our lives for a while, we create it. because we like to see that we can still get on top of it. But it gets pretty damn old the longer you live, guys. Oh,
it is for
and
me.
They're giving me information. That's one thing that makes us age faster. Back to the webinar on the 26th that's coming up. This belief that we have to struggle to get our joy. Bullshit.
Okay. I just need to call my own bullshit.
Yeah, Melinda, you just have to go, okay, I'm not freaking doing this anymore, Melinda. Just stop it. I've gotten really good at it in many areas of my life, but it comes up in self-tapes. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? So maybe it's just not all gone. Well, it comes up in self-tapes because it's all about you, Melinda. There's nobody else there. There's nobody else watching. You know, you can't do it for somebody else. You're doing it for you. And that's the part that you want to connect. That whenever you joyfully do it for you, you think you have to paddle really fast, create this tension, and you don't. And if you use our technique that I taught you, it will take you through that without having to go into it. Because
you mean the breathing?
No, the technique, the acting technique I taught you.
The acting technique, yes.
Get your energy up and throw your energy. You've got to throw your energy, and you're not throwing it, Melinda. You're letting it get stuck in you, and you're pulling out the back of your head watching what you do.
Exactly.
And then the anxiety comes.
Oh, my God, it's like you were watching me last night do my self-tape.
Well,
it's exactly what happened.
I didn't teach for 18 years for nothing, you know. Okay?
Thank you. I will throw my energy.
Yes. Even if you have to have somebody to come read with you so you can throw your energy to them. Okay? All right.
Beautiful. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, I love you too, baby. Oh, it makes me want to go back and teach again all of a sudden. Heather in Montana, you're on, baby cakes.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Thank you. I would love help with, I just feel like this past year has been very expensive and that money is getting away from me really fast.
Yeah, a lot of people are feeling that way, Heather, and part of it is that, oh my God, now I'm free, now I can go spend money on being free. That's what a lot of it is. Yeah. And so we have to know we're free. It's so funny because Lanny and I had this discussion a month ago. We had like 4 dinners with people at these expensive places, and I got home and I said, Lanny, we can't keep spending money like this. And he said, I was thinking the same thing, but it was so exciting to go to a restaurant again and see our friends again, and everybody wants to celebrate. Well, we can do that at cheaper restaurants, okay? We can do that without, I was reading an article the other day about how consumers were spending inordinate amount of money at the malls and on Amazon and stuff because we're celebrating our freedom. That is the biggest thing behind it, Heather. So ask yourself how you can celebrate being free with staying on your budget, because you can. The two are not dependent on each other.
I think I also, there's just so much opportunity around, light, and miracles happen so quick. I'll literally think of something in the morning and, no attachment. I'll just think, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have this? And then it's, there within days. if not sooner. And so it just feels like now, it just feels like there's this enormous, unlimited amount of money coming towards me. And there actually, I mean, there is this, and it's hard to feel like I have a...
Dear God, you're explaining what everybody wants to be creating. And now you're in fear of it. So I just get up every day and go, keep bringing the money, universe. Keep bringing the money. And I, in my consciousness, will use it in a conscious way.
Okay.
You see, there's a guilt associated with the fact that you've become such a great creator here. So when that money comes in, then you've got to get rid of it.
You're right.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I deal with exactly the same things that I look at. And I'm getting my huge yes that we've gotten to the highest thing. So you don't want to feel guilty or go, oh, my God, I shouldn't bring this much money to me. No, bring it all. Bring it all. Bring it all. I am going to consciously be responsible for all of it when it comes. And if that means giving some to charities or helping your family or putting it in your savings and investing it, all of those things are okay, but ask your consciousness what is the highest place for you to put your money in, okay?
Okay.
All right, baby. Yeah, boy, you're so welcome, Heather. It's up for so many people. Lena in Oklahoma, you're on.
Hi, Dee. How are you?
I'm good.
So, question.
Come on, Lena. You can do it. Just spit it out. What do you want to know?
So I started a second job, but then created drama around my first job. And now it's like, I don't know what to create because
you want to create being happy working. Every time you bring this up and I test it and I say she wants to work, it goes right to no. So go out and find a really wealthy guy so you don't have to work, or find a way to be happy doing the work that you attract to yourself, honey. It's almost, Lena, like you're not happy when you get what you want.
So I really enjoy when I was at the zoo. I felt like I was like really creating when I was there.
Yes, I get a yes on that. But I say, do you want to work? I get a no. You were happy being there. You were happy with the animals. Were you happy with the job? No. The word work, Lena. And you know, pardon me, everybody, but they're showing me holding up your middle finger. It's like, screw that. I don't want to work. So you have to find within yourself where you can come into harmony with the word work and with the action of working. Do you understand?
I think so.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's not brain science here. I'm going to hold the intention of finding within me joy and happiness around working. Okay? That's where you want to start. Okay? All right, baby. Thank you. All right. Let me see. Trying to take a few people here that haven't been on for a while. Julie in Indiana, you're on.
Hi. Dee, this is Julie. Sorry. I just put some food in my mouth, but
thank you for sharing.
Sorry. I've been having like some pain in my lower back, and I don't know if it's from my detoxing or if it's like got an emotional.
No, it's carrying the weight. What weight are you carrying? I heard it before you even finished your sentence.
Just the weight of like some medical diagnoses. So I'm sure that's what it is.
That is what it is, but it also has to do with your mom. Is your mom alive?
She is.
Okay, so go ahead.
Work around her. I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do to.
Well, I'm going to tell you. The channel's going to tell you. So, was she sick, or is she sick, or has she dealt with sickness a lot in her life?
No, but she did have like poor eyesight. That would be the only thing.
It's not about that. Your medical diagnoses and your mother are interconnected. Now they're taking us to a core belief. Hold on. This page, here. Create. Okay, there's a belief that you both share that is creating you betraying yourself, and the God of you then betraying yourself. There's a core belief that you share. This page here, 1 through 5. I don't know what I want, so I give up trying. So around your health, when I say you know you want perfect health, it goes right to no. Do you think it's possible? It goes right to no.
Wow. Okay. I
and you share that with your mother. Who shares that, they're saying, with her mother, and her mother shares it with her mother. So this is sins of the mothers passed down.
Okay, I will just keep working on it.
No, don't work on it. Play with it. Have fun with it. And say, I am the God of Julie, who knows it's all possible to create perfect, fabulous health right now.
Okay.
Bring it in.
Okay.
I allow it. I choose it. I get off on it. Whatever works for you. Okay?
Okay. All right.
I was literally working on this before the show today. Working on knowing that perfect health is totally possible. That all things are possible around that. Now, if you're working on money, know it around money. If you're working on relationships, know it around relationships. Or we could just say all things are possible for a fabulous frickin' life right now. And that takes care of it all. Okay. All right, baby. Let me know, will you? Let me know, please.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. We're going to Darlene in Florida. You're on. Darlene, are you there? Yep, I can now.
Okay. Thank you for taking my call. I had two things. One is a big thank you, because I called before the pandemic about my daughter having fertility issues, and you recommended an acupuncturist. And it took a while to find one, but they went on a cruise, and there was one on the cruise, and she saw the acupuncturist, and she could feel the difference.
Awesome.
But it took a while to get pregnant.
Well, sure.
And I think it was because she wanted it so badly, you know? And in January, she called me and she said, I'm done. I don't want children. I've had enough. And
then she got
my
pregnant.
grandson, yes, she did.
Yeah,
she released that energy, I think.
Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me. Because when you want it so badly, there's a part in there that says, I don't believe it's going to happen.
Yes.
So we're back to all things are possible again. So great. Thank you for updating me on that. I love it when you guys update me. I really love it, positively or negatively. What's your second thing, baby?
Well, the second thing is I'm really surprised at myself because I needed a new car, and I had budgeted in January I'll have the money because I don't want payments and things like that. But I was gifted a car. Gifted.
Good creating, baby.
I was totally amazed. And it was exactly what I was looking for.
Well, that's
the problem is
I had supposed to work.
I know, but I'm having such a hard time accepting, so to speak.
BS. If Christ walked into your front door and said, I'm blessing you with all the desires of your heart, would you say, I'm sorry, I can't accept it. Go away, please.
True.
Well, that's what's
I know.
happening. That is exactly what's happening. You deserve it. You earned it. You created it. The more you celebrate it, the more other things come to you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's turn you over my lap, women. You go celebrate how great you created all this, and thank you for bringing that to the show because it gives everybody else the knowledge that all things are possible. Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe we are out of time, and I can't extend it because I've got to get down to my table. Let's say it all together, loud and proud. I love me. I love me, and I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.